Worried that getting older might make you invisible? Think again, because in the world of attraction, age isn't a weakness, it's an advantage. Psychology shows that as men age, they tend to develop traits. Women are biologically and emotionally drawn to stability, depth, and quiet power. So today, let's dive into 6 habits that don't just make older men attractive, they make them unforgettable. Number 1. Embracing the silver fox status. Picture this: a man with streaks of silver in his hair standing tall, not trying to hide it, but owning it. Why is this so attractive? Because confidence in one's aging is deeply rooted in self-acceptance, and psychologically, self-acceptance signals emotional maturity, which women instinctively trust and admire. When you embrace your age, you're telling the world, I've been through things I've overcome, and I'm still standing. That's not just attractive, it's reassuring. In a world obsessed with youth, a man who isn't afraid of time becomes a symbol of security. So don't diet, don't fight it, let your silver shine. Because when you wear your age with pride, it speaks louder than words ever could. Number 2. Dressing with timeless style. Let's face it, style is a form of nonverbal communication. Before you say a word, your outfit already said 100. When an older man dresses with classic intentional style, it signals self-respect, order, and attention to detail, qualities that the female brain often associates with long-term reliability. A tailored blazer, crisp shirt, polished shoes. These aren't just clothes, they're a statement: I take care of myself, I value presentation, and I know who I am. Psychologically, this projects what researchers call status alignment, your outer world matching your inner strength. So don't chase trends, master the classics, and let your presence be felt long before you ever speak. Number 3. Being a true gentleman. You hold the door, you remember her favorite coffee, you listen more than you speak. Sound old school? Maybe. But here's the psychology. Women are neurologically wired to seek out cues of safety, empathy, and attentiveness. And what is a gentleman if not the embodiment of those 3? In a culture of instant gratification, a man who's patient, polite, and protective activates the trust circuits in the female brain, especially the amygdala, which processes emotional safety. So when you treat someone with quiet dignity and respect, it's not just charming, it's biologically comforting. And that's something no app or DM can replicate. Number 4. Pursuing passion relentlessly. There's a fire in his eyes when he talks about his craft, a spark in his step when he's doing what he loves. That's not just attractive, it's contagious. Psychology calls this the energy of purpose, a type of magnetic presence that draws people in. Women are drawn to men who are in motion, who are building, learning, chasing something bigger than themselves. Why? Because passion signals drive focus and depth, traits that hint at emotional richness and future potential. When you're passionate, you don't need to impress. You just need to be, and people feel it. So dive deep into your hobbies, your goals, your growth. Because nothing's sexier than a man who's alive from the inside out. Number 5. Embracing mature masculinity. Let's talk about emotional regulation, the psychological skill most strongly associated with mature men. It's the ability to stay calm under pressure, to listen, without reacting, to hold space, without trying to fix everything. And it's insanely attractive, because maturity brings predictability, and predictability brings safety, especially to the female nervous system. When you're not easily rattled, when your presence soothes instead of stimulates, you become a place of peace in a chaotic world. Women aren't just looking for charm, they're looking for consistency, for a man who's grounded, self-aware, and emotionally present. So embrace your scars, speak with intention, and let your stability speak louder than your stories. Number 6. Confidence without ego. There's confidence, and then there's ego. One invites people in, the other pushes them away. True confidence is rooted in self-worth without comparison. It's the man who knows his value but doesn't need to prove it. Psychologically, this is called secure attachment style, the most attractive and emotionally balanced way a person can carry themselves. When a man walks into a room, makes eye contact, listens attentively, and speaks with calm certainty, he becomes unforgettable, not because he's loud, but because he's centered. Women feel emotionally safe around that. They're not waiting for the next outburst or trying to decode mixed signals. So be bold, but be kind. Stand tall, but stay open. Because the most attractive man in the room is never the one shouting. It's the one who doesn't have to. So if you're an older man thinking your best years are behind you, hear this: they're not. In fact, if you lean into these habits, you might just find that your most powerful, attractive, and fulfilling chapter is only beginning. These aren't just habits, they're signals, psychological signals that say, I'm not here to play games, I'm here to bring presence, peace, and power. If this spoke to you, like the video, subscribe for more, and share this with a man who's earned his edge but maybe needs reminding. You're not aging out, you're aging into your prime.